Now I would go to some basic differences which we need to know. There are certain basic differences between fear, panic, and anxiety. We often use these terms interchangeably, but there are minute differences between all these three areas. So, what is fear? Fear is a basic emotion that is shared by many animals. So, there are six basic emotions that have been defined by Plutchik and many other theorists, emotion theorists. And those six emotions are anger, fear, happiness, sadness, surprise, and disgust. So fear is one of those basic emotions. And what is a basic emotion? A basic emotion is something which is kind of not taught to a person. A person does not learn a basic emotion. A person knows this instinctively, instinctive. I'm sorry, I'm having a tongue twister moment right now. Like the person has this right from its instinct, like right from the time when a baby is born, a baby can emote all these six types of different emotions. So that is why these are called basic emotions. And these emotions have been found to be emoted even by other animals. Like we can find other animals emoting fear as well. So this is a basic emotion. And this involves activation of the fight or flight response. Just like humans, other animals also live in jungles and they also need to have this fight or flight response so that they can also prevent danger. So basically, it involves activation of the fight or flight response of the sympathetic nervous system. Then comes panic. So, panic again is a basic emotion which is again shared by many animals, which involves activation of the fight or flight response of the sympathetic nervous system. But as we will go forward, we will understand there is a basic difference between fear and panic. In anxiety is experienced as an unpleasant inner state in which the person anticipates something dreadful may happen that is not entirely predictable from our actual circumstances. So, like, I'm anxious about my parents' health. I do not know what is going to happen in the future. I do not even know if this poses a danger, but yet I have an unpleasant feeling about it. In case of fear, it is an instantaneous reaction to any imminent threat, and the source of danger is obvious. This is the basic difference between fear and panic. In fear, I will say that I am afraid of snakes. And that is why I will immediately have that fight or flight response. And remember, by fight or flight response, I mean that the person is going to have all the sympathetic excitation, like heart rate increasing and breathing rate increasing, everything. Similarly, you would find similar biological reactions in a panic disorder as well. But in panic disorder, there is no obvious external danger. There is no obvious external danger. So that is what the reaction is basically same. The biological functioning, the experience in fear and panic, both are same. But in fear, there is one obvious external stimuli which can be kind of viewed. This is what I'm afraid of. Panic, there is no obvious external danger, and I cannot see it. And that is why the person kind of needs to undergo therapy or counseling, because the person has to kind of think deeply about it. Okay, what is it that is causing these fear reactions? And anxiety, again, in anxiety also, danger cannot be clearly specified. Next is, as we know in psychology, we have three components: cognitive, physiological components, which is the biological part of it, and behavioral components, which we call cognitive, cognition, emotion, basically. So cognition is the behavioral part. Okay. So, um, how would be the cognitive component of fear? It's like I feel afraid or terrified. In panic, it will be I'm going to die, become crazy, lose control. This is very characteristic of panic disorder. You will always find the person is going to report, I felt like I was going to die, or I felt like I was going to go crazy. I felt that I was going to lose control. This is very characteristic of a panic disorder. In anxiety, the person will say something awful may happen, I should be prepared. So it's like it's kind of a chronic feeling. It's not something which happens instantaneous. It's not an acute situation, it's a chronic condition. Panic and fear is kind of acute. It happens instantaneous, right at that particular moment. In presence of the stimulus, in panic, the stimulus is not obvious. We cannot view it as such, but there might be something which triggers that panic reaction. Physiological components, increased heart rate, heavy breathing, etc. In panic as well, it would be increased heart rate, heavy breathing. In anxiety, there is a state of tension, chronic over arousal, primes a person for flight or fight, basically. Like it's like there is a theory by Hans Selye, which is called the general adaptation syndrome. That is what happens in anxiety. Like when the person keeps on experiencing fight or flight syndrome on a gradual and a regular basis, it kind of becomes a chronic condition, and the person is always at a like excited, aroused state. Like if you measure the heart rate of the person, it's always going to be more. It's kind of be, it will be 100, above 100. Okay. The person does not even realize it because the person is used to such a heart rate. And so this is a this is a chronic thing. The person's breathing rate is always more than the normal rate. Like even when you measure it with the oximeter, you will find that breathing rate is also very high. Okay, even if the person is not having any kind of physical condition, no fever, nothing, but the person is always kind of having a high breathing rate. Person always kind of has a high body temperature because chronic anxiety is a chronic thing. So it kind of lowers our immunity as well. That is why it has been linked with many immunity studies. If a person undergoes anxiety for a very long period of time, then the person can have gastric ulcers and many different types of fevers, because due to lack of immunity, the immunity kind of weakens as well. Behavioral components, in fear, strong urge to escape or flee. Panic also, it will be strong urge to escape or flee. In anxiety, there will be a strong tendency to avoid situations where danger might be encountered. So might be encountered. Like even if the person, even if it's person is like, we do not even know that the person might face that fearful situation, still the person will avoid it. So that is why for any kind of treatment in anxiety, we ask the person to try experiencing the situation. पहले experience तो करो, देखो कि आप जो सोच रहे हो, whatever you're fearing, is that even happening? Let that happen. Then now you can convince yourself. But this person is going to avoid the situation from the beginning only.